Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Evolution. So in the last episode we were in beta 1.1 and we went ahead and made a skeleton farm over that way, the skeleton spawner that we found a couple episodes ago. In this episode we are in beta 1.2. Now I have been anticipating this update for quite a while. This is probably the biggest beta update there is. It has a ton of content, so we have a lot on our plate today. But yeah, so we are here in beta 1.2. I've got a list of things to do, and I've also got a list of the additions and changes and stuff, so we're just going to go through those. We'll start off with some of the changes. So the first ones that I can actually go through here are some of the items have been renamed. So if you do remember, in beta 1.0 we saw the addition of item tooltips. Some of these items used to have different names. So for instance, this is now sugar canes, plural I guess. This used to be called reeds, and the crafting table used to be called a workbench. As you can see, they have both been renamed to their modern counterparts. The only thing that hasn't been renamed yet is, I believe, if I can find it, here we go, sulfur. So later, I think in beta 1.3, this gets renamed to gunpowder, but that's pretty much that. Some other stuff we have are the increase of some tool durability. I think majority of tools have had their durability doubled. I think diamond was a little bit different. I don't know if it was just doubling their durability. I think it was a bit different for them, but the durability to these have kind of increased. It's very lovely, very nice. They will last a bit longer, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, one final thing I could actually go through real quick is the furnace. As you can see, the top of the furnace has finally changed to have a unique texture. Back prior to this update, it used to just be the stone texture, but now it has a unique texture. Now, with that all out of the way, the very uninteresting stuff, let's move on to the actual interesting stuff in this update. So, one of the first things I want to actually go over is heading over to the water here. If we could find ourselves one of the new mobs, which I'm sure you all know what it is our good friend the Squid. He is now in the game. This is also a good reason why I chose to start this episode in beta 1.2 instead of beta 1.2_02. Because there is a very special quirk with these guys. If I could find one of them, hold on. There we go, I've gone ahead and found some of them. Now, these guys do like to just chill at the bottom of the ocean here, because their AI is actually a bit interesting here. So if we go ahead and take a bucket and go up to these squids, we should, in theory, be able to milk them. Hold on. Okay, so I've just had a look at the wiki, and this kind of ruined the moment a little bit, but if any of you know anything about beta 1.2 and squids when they were first added, is that they were, the AI that they use is actually, I believe, a copy-paste of the cow AI, and one thing that got left over by accident was the ability to milk them. And unfortunately, I'm not able to replicate this. I don't know why. I'm giving it a shot, but it should be working. I don't know if, I don't know, it's just, oh, there we go. Hold on, wait. I got it. I got it there for a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the hitbox is a bit weird. You got to kind of like look above them a little bit, but there we go. We have 2 fresh buckets of squid milk. Now we can go ahead and just put this away in a chest. I do like to collect some of these weird oddities as we go. I haven't gone through every single version, so, you know, I have missed some things. But yeah, there we go. 2 buckets of squid milk. Now, heading back into our area, you may notice as well, the leaves are all messed up. They are a big jumbled mess of oak leaves, birch leaves, and spruce leaves. So that coincides with one of our additions. We do have the addition of birch trees and spruce trees in this update, with their logs and leaves. However, we do not have their wood yet. That does come way later in the release versions. But yeah, so pretty much all of these old trees have jumbled up and turned into this mess of leaves. I forget the exact reason as to why, but these leaves I think are referred to as alpha leaves. If you do harvest them in later versions of the game, or in a particular era of the game. I think in the latest versions they just convert into their, you know, whatever leaves they are. But in certain versions of the game when you do harvest them, they do drop as the missing texture block. So there's just an interesting little quirk about that. But yeah, so that pretty much sums up our changes and stuff. Now, let me go and store this squid milk away. We're just going to keep this in our tool chest for now. We'll find a proper place to put these. You know, for instance, we have our fishing rods here, which we've stacked. I could have probably stacked more. This was a quirk when they were first added to be able to stack them. But yeah, there was our 2 buckets of squid milk. Let's not forget that. Alright, so with all of those small changes and additions out of the way, we still have a lot more to go through. The first of which I want to actually do is with the new world gen stuff. So like I said before, we see the addition of spruce logs and birch logs along with their, well, their trees, I should say. And the addition of lapis as well. So what we're going to be doing is heading out over to the new chunks, and I'm planning on just setting up a brand new mine shaft. We do have the redstone mines over there that we made in episode 3. Then we have a quarry down that way that I've been mining at during my live streams. But I thought it would be a good time to just go ahead and start a new area. And I'm thinking we'll just head out in this direction, because that's the way that the railway goes. And thinking of it now, I should have probably taken the railway out that way. You know what, let me do that. So we might have some alpha 1.2 chunks out this way, because I believe I did go this way when that came around. Also, yeah, we see the addition of colored wool in this update. I can't remember if I said that or not. But you could also see that we can now find some other colored sheep in the wild. So we got light gray, brown, pretty sure gray. Oh, did I just say brown? Light gray, black, and brown and gray sheep as well. Turns out I'm colorblind today. Yeah, finding this lapis is going to be good, because as we were talking about with the colored wool being brought into the game, obviously we're going to need lapis to harvest. Oh, not harvest, to make blue wool. I can't speak today. Alright. Anyways, let me just keep on going, and I'll get back with you all once I finally get over to these new chunks. Okay, the sun is rising. Let me just continue on my journey. I really can't be bothered waiting anymore. Oh, good lord. I'm being ambushed. Get his ass. Thank you. Okay, nice we can get him too, but good thing. Came with my bow this time. Oh, skeleton fucking won that fight. Good lord. And there we go, there's the bones. Oh my god. So I am curious though, I just want to test out, can we use bone meal on grass? I know that tall grass doesn't exist yet, but no, we can't. Okay, I was hoping it maybe like grow flowers, but I guess not. This area looking like pack.png. Look at this shit. Hold on. Let's go around here. Look at that. Holy shit, that is beautiful. Okay, not what I was looking for, but this is the beta 1.2 chunks. We could see some birch trees over there. Let me go ahead and just make myself a boat. Oh, right. So, I did go back to the base because I was considering heading in another direction, because my plan was to try and find a snow biome to make the mineshaft in. But I decided to just simply go with this area. I thought this area looked pretty cool, so we'll just do something here. Maybe just go up into that mountain there. But yeah, this area is where our lapis mines will be in the new beta 1.2 chunks, the pack.png looking area. So let's see, we've got a cave right here. Now, I think for this episode, what we'll do is we'll actually just head down into this cave and see what we can find. It's assuming that it even leads anywhere. Okay, it looks to be a pretty promising cave. And I believe this just leads back up to where I just was. Let's see... yeah, I think so. Is it? Wait, where the hell am I? Oh, wait, no, wait. No, this is... oh, I just went to the cave. Okay, well. Damn, that is pretty shit. Where did I get in there from? From here? No? Okay, I guess I went through that hole. But yeah, okay, I guess there's a couple more areas we can check out. This is gonna be interesting. I might need to actually go back to the idea of doing the mine shaft, because it doesn't look like there's really much. Well, here we are in the middle of the night now. What I might do is, chances are I'm gonna have to go back to my strip mining idea, but instead of popping back to the surface, I'm actually just gonna go down to the deepest point in this cave and start mining down from there. So we'll just do that, and hopefully we'll find some lapis. Sweet. I do hear some water, so there might be a cave nearby. Could try going in the direction of that. This cave, there it is. A little bit of lava too. Let's see it. Block that up. Don't want to fly into it. And we'll take this redstone. Alright. there we go. No such luck with the lapis side of things, though. And this is only just gonna go up, so... Ugh. This is a bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, we have no luck in that department. I'm just hoping that there might be another area that goes down and... Oh, hello. Yeah, appropriate cave sound. Hold on, I'm hearing skeletons and all kinds of noises right now. See that iron back there, we'll go back for that in a sec. Okay, we've got another pit to hell. Alright, yeah, this looks like the cave. I'm hoping that this grants us our lapis, and then we can get on our way. So yeah, I do need a decent amount of it because one of our builds that we made in the... Oh, there it is. There's some lapis. Nice. Alright, well, Beta 1.2, one of our new additions right in front of us. Lapis. And there we go, we get multiple because we updated to Beta 1.2_02. We now get the multiple lapis ores instead of just one, like the base version, so it's a lot less tedious. Alright, cool. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of ores around here. Let me just run around here for a bit. I'll go ahead and gather as much stuff as I can, and then we'll go ahead and start heading back home with what we have. Got a bit of lapis, or not lapis, lava around this. Oh, diamonds, nice. Let me grab some of those. Thank you very much, sir. Got one more up there, lovely. 4 diamonds. Oh, there's some more right there. I would have missed it. Oh, almost burnt that supply right there. See, lava doesn't have any noises. It's easy to forget that. Shit's deadly. Okay. Well, I've been straight mining for quite a while. I have not found a single ore block, so we're just gonna take what we can, what we have, and use that for our blue wool. I'm assuming I should be able to dye sheep. I believe that is a thing in this. If it's not, then I'm kind of screwed. But if it is, then that means we can just get a whole bunch of blue wool with what we have. And we'll come back here on a future date. But yeah, I think I'll leave making an actual, like, mining settlement thing here for a later episode, just because Beta 1.2 has a lot of shit to do. And I kind of just want to keep my focus still at the town. But, as we go, I think in a future stream, I'll probably, oh, thought I fell down in a big hole. Is it nighttime? Of course it's nighttime. Why wouldn't it be nighttime? But yeah, in a future live stream, what I might do is just continue expanding the railway until we get up to here. I'll have to do a lot of iron mining and stuff in my own time. But yeah, we'll bring that out, and then once that's out here, we can make the mining settlement. But let me just wait for this night to finish, and then we'll start heading back. Okay. Just gonna store this minecart away. I had to throw that on the floor, but we are back home. Now, with all the mining stuff out of the way, I'm not sure how I'm going to pace that. Chances are what you're going to be seeing is probably just like a 5-minute, not even, segment of me just mining whatever I found. With that out of the way though, I do want to go back to doing some building stuff. So the first order of business is to start adding in some colored wool in places where they were meant to be. So, of course, one of our new additions is all of the wool colors. You know, before we just had white wool. Now we've got all of them. So what I want to do is go through all of these old builds and just kind of add wool wherever necessary. So let me just go quickly deposit everything and we'll get started. Alright, so I have gone ahead and gotten a bunch of wool with me. So first thing I did want to actually do before we do that is I did want to try and see, can we dye sheep? Yes we can. Perfect. And that only gave me 1 wool. We deserve to die for that. That's what they thought. Alright, I'm gonna take this grey wool from this guy though. Yeah, there we go. We're just slowly assembling all the colours of wool in our inventory. Let me just grab some from you too, son. Thank you very much. So the first thing I want to do is head back to this bakery build of ours, if I could just bridge over. And finally, add the cherries on the top. This was something I intended to do quite a while, but unfortunately we just never got the chance. So we just kind of go around. And just kind of dot these around. We can put one there, I guess. And then put one right there. Does that look... Nah, I've got to kind of swap those around. Hold on, that doesn't look right. Ouch. How about that? Maybe move that over by one. Oh, oh. Okay, how do I do that? Yeah, if I just move this up here. Drop that yet again. Ow. Okay, that should be fine. Let's just have a look from the top. Just get rid of this and replace it. Yep, alright, there are our cherries on the top of the cake. Alright, I'm gonna head back to that bakery in a second and we're gonna fix that up, but I just want to come by here. And finally, we can head back to this and change this netherrack into wool. So I just used netherrack as a substitute when we made this because we didn't have any red blocks. But now we finally do, and I am one short actually. Hold on. Is there a rose anywhere nearby? There we go. Nice. And this one over here I intended on using blue wool, so let's just do that. It's gonna look a bit wonky, but just do that, and do that. There we go. And this little overhead area as well is also going to replicate the same pattern. Unfortunately, I don't think I have enough for the whole thing right now, but just do what we can. And alright, now what I want to do is move on to another addition that this update brings in. So the pacing of this is quite weird. Normally I just kind of go through all the additions at the start of the episode and then we kind of experience them, but kind of just going through everything one by one here. But one of our new things is the addition of the cake as well. So we can now finally grab some cakes and place them into this bakery here. So let me just go ahead and get some buckets of milk and we'll get to making some. I did also just realize this presents us with a pretty good opportunity just to show off the bone meal as well. So I just went back into my base and made some more bone meal. But if we just head over to the little farm that we have at the back here, we've got our wheat, and the majority of it's been trampled, but if we just right click, there we go. We do have the buff of this growing instantly into the full, fully grown state instead of just being random, so that is very nice. We get to use that as much as we want. We just get a bunch of wheat, you know. Look at that. Very nice. Very lovely. Alright. Yeah, there's bone meal. Anyways, moving on to the cake. So if we go 3 milk, we go... I forgot to make sugar. Hold on. Don't have the sugar. 2 sugar. Egg. 3 milk. And 3 wheat. There we go. We have the cake. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll place this one here. There we go. Very lovely. Just make some more sugar, egg, wheat, and milk. Bang. There we go. Boom. Nice. Alright. There's a little bakery decorated up now. I might maybe change the top a little bit, actually. Let me just go back up there. I'm not really too sure if I like the way I did it. But let me just quickly put these away. I don't need these with me right now. Alright, so, I might want to make this a bit more like the actual cake. I'm thinking if I kind of put like a bigger cherry in the middle and just kind of add little ones around it. I need to kind of move these around though. So I don't really know if I like the big cherry. I might just have to do with like smaller ones, just kind of dotted around. Yeah, I think that works. Alright, cool. There is our bakery, and that is going to conclude our work on just, you know, adding colored wool wherever needed. There is some more areas. There are some more areas. Like, such as like places in the house and stuff that I do want to decorate. What the hell? Where did you come from? Get out of here. Yeah, there are some places in the house where I would like to add it, but I'm going to leave the whole home renovation stuff for its own episode. Like, I think we'll just dedicate an entire episode to actually just making our house more up to date, because it is definitely in need of an update. But with that out of the way, now I want to move on to the final thing we'll be doing in this episode, which is actually building something. And you can see I've already kind of like laid out a bit of a marking here, and that is building a dye shop. So of course with the addition of the new wool colors and the new dyes, I thought it would be appropriate to make a shop for this. And you know, just kind of fill up the town a little bit more. So I've laid out the area. These are just going to be where all these logs go. I did want to use spruce logs for this, but unfortunately I didn't end up running into any spruce trees on our journey. It was just mainly deserts and stuff. I could head back down that way. I might maybe do that in my own time, or I might just try and find another like snow biome up that way. I think there might have been some up that way, so on my own time I'll go up there and just try and find it. But for now we're just going to be using oak. But yeah. So, the outline for this build is I want to actually use sandstone. So another one of our new additions in this update is the addition of sandstone. It's a very lovely looking block, so I thought that we can use it for this. And yeah, so I'll just go ahead and quickly gather everything that we need and we'll get started. Okay, so after walking around for quite a while and just gathering everything that I needed, I finally, at least I think I have enough resources for this build. I have kind of planned out the way that this will go, but we're also just going to kind of improvise some things as well. So I've got a bunch of wool colors and stuff laid out here, and we're just going to kind of use them to like color code the dyes and everything in the shop. So we'll just quickly start off with just raising all of these by one. So the way, okay, I'm going to kind of show off how I have this planned. Let me grab, I'm just going to make some chests. I'm not going to make too many because I want to save my logs for the actual build. I'm going to probably have to go chop down more trees later. Just do that. Okay, so for instance, I'll grab these three. Start with red, orange, and yellow. So the way I have this planned out, well, actually I'll start off with green and lime, because I'm going to leave an empty space. Okay, so here's the way this will go. We'll have a section like this, and then one like that. And then it's just kind of going to like alternate between colors, just to get a little variation. And what'll happen is, block below will be like that, and then we'll go up like that. There you go. And then same thing going all the way. So we'll continue on with red like this. And then there'll be a chest, and then we'll move on to orange. Like that. There you go. Now this section is going to be blank for now. This actually leads me to something that I realized. I was just going over some of the footage before, and I realized I made a terrible mistake. A terrible, terrible, unforgivable mistake. And I will issue my formal apology. I do not know if any of you will find the strength to forgive me for this. But earlier in the video, I did mention that when talking about the new sheep colors, you know, the colors that they can spawn in, I mentioned they can spawn in white, light gray, gray, black, and brown. I was correct on all of those except for brown. That doesn't actually come in until beta 1.4, so, you know, there's my my formal apology for that. I realized I got that wrong, and I hope you guys can find the strength to forgive me for my actions. But anyways, let's continue on, and we're just going to kind of do the same variation business over here. So this wall right here is just going to remain blank, because I'm going to put brown right there. I'll go ahead and just grab the rest of these colors, and we'll continue on. So I'm going to go with a... did it again. I'm going to go with a little checkerboard pattern for logs and planks. I think that'll look pretty nice. Alternate. I like doing this pattern. I'm thinking... I did have an idea to, so I hope it's not too dark. I might... Let me get some slabs. What if I kind of made like a little water feature in the middle of the place here? So we'll just bring this down. We could do like a glass floor that has like water beneath it. There we go. And then we can fill it in with water. I might... Should I put glowstone in there? Should I put glowstone in there? Hold up. There we go. Just block that up. Now, maybe wondering, where do the monochrome colors go? I was normally going to do it on that wall, but we do need an area for our register type thing. So I think right there should be fine. Sorry, I just had to pause for a second. And yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to grab our 4 colors. Just get them in the hotbar here. So we'll start off, we go white, black, grey, and light grey like that. And we'll just put the chests on top of them. Get it looking all nice. And then we do just have this wall here. I could actually just put them here. But I don't think I want to do that. Because I'm thinking we could just get some, like, decorations in here. What if I do, like, a plant pot? Yeah, I think I'll do, like, a plant pot there or some shit. Maybe get, like, some paintings. Alright, let me head on top of this building and we'll start building up these walls a bit more. Yeah, so we can do a plant pot there. I do want to try and actually get this to turn into grass, so let me link this up here. Yeah, just let that kind of transfer over. Alright. So, with that part of it done, I think what I want to try and do, actually, is get, like, a little, like, wool banner thingy at the front. Like, similar to how we did with the other stores, so... we just, like, kind of... there we go. Just a neat little color thing. Now, I don't think I want to just leave this as a one-story building. I might actually add a second floor to this, but I might do something a little bit different rather than it just being like a house or some shit. I'm thinking of doing like a rooftop garden because I think that would be appropriate. You know, given the build, you know, being a dye shop, you know, you'll have like a garden up there so they can make grow the flowers and shit for some of the dyes. And we can also do like a little seating area too. I think that'd be nice. Alright, here's what I'll do actually. Let me just place these down for now. I'm gonna head up there. I gotta like bring this out by one. Just because the wool banner is there. Okay. Yeah, what I might do is yeah, we could just like do that. Just have like space or something like that. And then I'm thinking at the front here we can put some like tables and chairs down, just like a nice sitting area type of thing. Can I get grass up here too? Okay, that's slowly spreading. I'm gonna actually try and get some grass up here as well, because I want to turn these into grass. Alright, I have been waiting here for a little bit, and to no avail. These dirt blocks have decided to not really turn in. I got the ones inside to turn into grass, but this is just taking forever. So, since I do kind of want to slowly start wrapping things up, or just not spend too much time on this rather, I will do this in my own time. I'll let this come up and do its thing. But for now, it's just gonna stay where it is. I think I destroyed the wrong, yeah. Let that stay. Alright, so for now, these are all just gonna be dirt, and later on we will leave it grass. I'll maybe just leave this thing on the side, just let it go up while I'm doing the rest of this. So yeah, let's if we look down there, that's turned into grass there, so I'm assuming the one next to it should turn as well, so I'm gonna block this off. Like maybe that doesn't need sunlight, like I don't understand that one now. Yeah, I'm gonna need more wood though. Alright, so now that we're up here, let's just kinda place down some logs just to do some supports and stuff. So I'm thinking I can do like a roof over this area. Just like a glass roof maybe, nothing. That's actually a thing. Just do some like support beams actually. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these corner ones to be logs. I'm gonna do like sandstone, log, like that. These middle ones can be fences, that's fine. But these corner ones I want to make into logs and sandstone. I'm looking at this now. I don't think I'm gonna have enough wood for the rest of this because I need to make fences, and then I want to make signs that kind of surround these just so it's not dirt on all sides. You know, we don't have trapdoors right now, so signs will have to be our substitute. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. As per usual, since I can never fucking get enough resources, I'm just gonna quickly go on a resource hunt. I'm gonna head over, get some trees, and I'm also gonna go back into the nether and just try and get a couple more blocks of glowstone, because I don't think this is enough for what I want to do. So just give me a little bit, and I will be back. After some time, I went ahead and I was able to get 7 more glowstone blocks, and I went ahead and just got like another stack and a bit of logs, which should get us through the rest of this build. So yeah, let's just continue on where we left off. So now, I'm thinking of, we've just got some logs on top of these as well. But what I might do is, instead of just filling like these top parts in with sandstone or logs or whatever, I might actually just do some more colored wool. Just get it look more colorful and stuff. Okay, now look nice. Let me just go grab some wool and we'll get started on this. Now, as for the access point here, we don't have an area in the actual place that, you know, is the way to get up. There's two ways we can do this. We can either have a staircase on the side here, or what I'm thinking is we could actually just have one here that comes up from this side. Because what I'm thinking with this empty lot here is, so there'll be a building here, there'll be a building here. I'm thinking of leaving this area empty, and we can maybe do like a little like hidden park type thing, or you have to like go into the alleyways to get here. I think that would look pretty cool. So I'm gonna leave this area open for that. We're gonna have to turn all this into grass though, so I'll have to dig all that away. But yeah, we'll do that after we finish this. But for now, let me just finish up the fences. Since we do have the planter pots up there, I think we can get away with... Okay, I'm gonna have to move this away, but we can get away with putting some glowstone into the roof. So just 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Bam. Bam. And bam. There we go. Sweet. Alright, I'm just gonna leave this chest right here for now. So we don't have to do it later. Go, just place all these. And none of these are going to face the right way, that's annoying. We're just going to be facing south. Alright, with that, I think that pretty much finishes our dye shop. Time to dye. That's what I've decided to name this place. Now, we can move on to the back area here, which I said I wanted to make into like a little park. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to be able to really do, but I think we could just like grow a couple trees. We'll get like a fence just going around here. Would be nice to get like leaves and stuff, but unfortunately we don't have access to them just yet. And we'll get our staircase going up the side, so I think that's the first thing we'll do. What do we do exactly? Let me just change all this cobblestone to dirt. Give me 1 minute. All that has been changed. Now, let's put a log in this corner here. I'm gonna just kind of do fences for now. Now, I'm not sure where this next building is gonna start. Probably like there. If it continues its theme at all. Yeah, I'd say probably there. So, just kind of bring these through. We're gonna need to make a bunch more. Give me a second. And this whole section here now, I just want to get some fences going down like that. But I'm not sure what to do here. I don't know if I should just block it off. I might just do a wall, yeah. I might just do that if I have enough sandstone. Alright, so let's just start getting a pathway coming in. Okay, so for these alleyway parts, I've kind of decided to do like a an alternating between dirt and gravel. Thought that would look a bit nice. And these over here, I want to see if I can bone meal them. Okay, you gave me the worst possible tree game. Thank you. Take 2. Let's see. I will take that. That's actually pretty cool. Nice. Got a big tree. That's actually pretty sick. Look at that. Alright. You gotta match that somehow, tree. Let's see. You know what? I'll take it. No, I won't. I'll take it back. I'm not fucking taking that. That is a shit tree. I need at least like 3 block gap, man. Keeps giving me this fucking wanky ass. Alright, let me just go out and get some bones, man. Fucking hell. Can't do anything right in this video. There's always something missing. I need to hit the skeleton farm up soon. Just get a bunch of bones for next time. Okay, so I normally do there. I'm going to do it here instead. Maybe I can move banana a little bit right here. Please, please. Alright, you know what? That's the tree we're dealing with. I'll change it later. I don't have the patience to try and get the one that I want. Good lord. It's taking forever. Okay, now, we can also, just real quick, I think what we'll do is place down some little lamps and stuff. So let me just make some more fences. We'll just up here, and boop, there we go. Place that on top. Very nice. A nice little street lamp here. Just to light up the park a little bit. Okay, then we can finalize this by just adding in some benches. We can put another one here. Actually, try no. Just put them like that. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All good and lovely. And yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for this grass to kind of grow in. But yeah, okay. I think that pretty much sums up everything that I wanted to do in this episode of the series. So we went ahead and we did our lovely dye shop, and we got that very nice park at the back. Now, right now, it looks a bit shit because, you know, it's not kind of enclosed the way it's meant to be. But in the next episode, what I am planning, so we didn't really get to explore everything of Beta 1.2 in this, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to dedicate the next episode to more of the new stuff. So in this episode, we went over the cakes, the lapis, the sandstone, and we tried to go over the new wood types, so we couldn't do that. But we did do the new wool types. Went over bones with bone mill, you know, ink sacs, dyes, sugar, all that stuff. But in the next episode, I wanted to do a bit of a redstone focus one. So what we'll be doing is we'll be focusing on the new dispensers and note blocks. So I'm thinking over here, either in this lot or this lot, we can build some sort of redstone store or a note block store or some shit. And we'll mess around with that. We can maybe make some tunes with the note blocks, and we'll figure out something to do with the dispenser. I'm not sure what I can do just yet, but we'll figure that out. But if you did enjoy this video, please feel free to leave a like. Let me know what you felt, because as per usual, I'm genuinely, when I record these things, I feel like the final product just isn't going to turn out that good. So please do let me know what you guys felt of this one. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do the editing on this, because it's a very sporadic episode. So yeah, again, just let me know what you guys felt. And any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments as well. I also have a Discord, link for that is in the description if you want to join, leave suggestions there, or just chill out, feel free. And yeah, so thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.